Okay, so when I play slide guitar, I don't necessarily do the whole Duane Allman, Johnny Winter, Roy Gallagher, Elmore James thing. I like melodic playing a lot, as I think you might have heard in there. I like when I can play melodies on a slide. I've produced a couple of other slide guitar videos where I just played. They were mainly melody and chord accompaniment at the same time. So I want to talk about how I play slide guitar, and I think it's fairly like a technique that's fairly generically able to be applied across a lot of styles if you want to play slide guitar. There's plenty of YouTube videos and lessons on how to play like Elmore James and Duane Allman and stuff like that. For me, I was a little more interested in people like Sonny Landreth and Chris Whitley when I was learning how to play slide, and I like those sounds a little more. I like being able to play chordal accompaniment and not just being tied to sort of that brash, basically everything is smoke on the water approach to slide guitar. There's nothing wrong with it. It's very exciting, clearly a popular style, and people love it. That's why I try to find something else. There's plenty of people that do that. So the foundation of my playing can be tied into a song that many people already know, and it's Blackbird by the Beatles. And if you take that set of intervals, if you play it in open tuning, it is possible to play it in standard tuning, but I believe that Paul McCartney played it on open G tuned guitar. This guitar is in A. But the same interval set, so on all the ones where I use two fingers that are on different frets, those are places where you'd play behind the slide. So you have the open interval set, then the 2 chord, which is played at the 2nd fret with the slide, and I'm using my middle finger to play the 1st fret of the 2nd string, which is normally a B string. In this case, it's a C sharp string, so I'm playing a D. Then I go up a whole step with that same shape. I'm still playing with my finger on the 2nd string at 1 fret lower than the slide. The slide's at 4, my middle finger's on 3. Then I'm a straight bar at 5, a straight bar at 7. And then for the 6th chord, I'm at the 9th fret with the slide and the 8th fret of the 2nd string. For the 7 chord, I'm not playing a full diminished, I'm just playing a minor chord. And I'm at the 11th fret with the slide and the 10th fret with my finger on the 2nd string. And then straight across the 12 for the octave. So when I played Strawberry Fields there, the way I was doing that is I was playing an E, and then I was playing E major 7 by putting my middle finger down on the 6th fret of the 3rd string, then an E dominant 7 by putting my index finger on the 5th fret of the 3rd string, so it just moves down. And then that little cascade I did. So I'm playing the slide on the 7th fret and pedaling back to the root on the 3rd string. And now I'm playing the 5th fret of the 1st string that suspends the chord. Right? And then I come down onto the 3rd. And then for that next shape, I go up to an F sharp minor. And I'm playing with the slide on 9 of the 4th string and the 3rd string, and the 8 with my finger fretting the 8 on the 2nd string. I just roll forward and back. Play the same triad shape, but on the 7th fret, and then the 5th fret, another major triad, 4-3-2 string group, and then open, and I hit a harmonic just to buy time. So the next trick I did there that I think is pretty cool, but probably a little bit more advanced. I'll tell you, if you're having trouble with the stuff that I just explained, this next part is going to be way over the top, and don't even worry about it. Just work on getting these like the Blackbird shapes. And then if you want to elaborate that stuff, learn how to play like a little descending scale. That kind of thing. If you guys want to know that stuff, I'd be happy to go over it. It's such a vast topic, and with my experience of making videos so far, if you're too broad, it barely works. So this might already be too broad. I'm really introducing the technique, and that I hopefully can explain a little bit about how to do it. But that melodic part of the "Let Me Take You Down," so that melody on the first string is 9, 9, 10, 9, 5. And I'm playing sixths by fretting. So I guess this would be like a minor sixth. So the first one is a minor sixth. I'm playing the 7th fret of the the 3rd string. And the ninth, my slide is playing the note on the 9th fret of the high E string, or the 1st string. And here I've got my finger on the 9th fret of the 3rd string, and the slide is on the 10th fret of the high E string. And then I go down with that same shape, where I'm on the 4th fret of the 3rd string, and the 1st string at the 5th fret. And that's how I get that part. And the thing is, one note's not gonna, like when you apply vibrato, you're not getting a ton of vibrato out of that move. But the slide, on the other hand, and the thing is, the slide moving against the other note creates just a sense of vibrato across the whole thing. And then the next shape, I'm playing like a little minor 3rd interval with the 4th fret, slides on the 4th fret of the 3rd string. I'm on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. And I go up to the 5th fret with the slide. And then I go all the way up to the 10th fret for another major triad, major 3rd. Then come down to the minor 3rd of an F sharp. And then the minor 3rd of an E minor. So, the Strawberry Fields. Then it goes to a non-diatonic F sharp major 7. And for that, I just do like a forward roll. Play the 1st string at the 7th fret. Slide at the 9th fret. Fret the 2nd string at the, slide on the 2nd string at the 9th fret. Then the 7th fret of the 2nd string with my finger. Then it goes to a D major, which is going to be the 5th fret. And then back up to that non-diatonic F sharp. And then kind of a punctuated, and that's just a D to A. Then it repeats that opening lick again. Now it kind of it outlines an F sharp minor chord, forward rolling back, E triad, forward rolling back, and it stays on the D. Then it kind of starts over again on the D, E major, 7th fret, and then walk right down, 6, 5, 4. By 6, 5, 4, I mean a 6 chord, 5 chord, and a 4 chord. Now I'm on the 4 chord at the 5th fret, 5 chord at the 7th fret. And then this is kind of like an evolution of a Jerry Douglas lick. Jerry Douglas is a really phenomenal, legendary dobro player, and I'm just playing like a single note. I'm playing an open string and just using the tip of the slide on the string. doesn't have, I mean, you can be as precise as you want. Some of those other videos that I've produced playing slide guitar, you can see this technique at work. I played Somewhere Over the Rainbow. I think it might have been in G, I think the other songs might have been in open G tuning. This is in open A. When it comes to slide guitar, tension is your friend. You have to have a guitar that can take it, because too much tension on a guitar that can't take it, bad things start to happen. And basically a guitar with strings on it is like a battery, and things have to be sort of in a balance, you know, like the instrument itself has to be able to take the energy that you're putting into it with a high tension. Big strings also help for that high tension sound. There's some other trade-offs, but too complex for this video. Also, short scale guitars, or medium scale, whatever this is, are fun to play slide guitar on. They're a little more compact, and things are more extreme because of that. So your vibrato, you know, is a lot more pronounced than it would be if this was like a 25.5-inch scale. I don't even know what this is, like 20, 21, 22, 20, 15, 19, I don't know. I can't tell. It's not important. So this video is really just to kind of like try and seed the clouds and see if I can get some feedback on this technique, and if people are interested in it, I can certainly go over it more. I mean, YouTube is full of lessons on how to play like Duane Allman and Muddy Waters and Elmore James and that kind of thing. And I've just sort of liked a different approach all my life, and you know, looking for some like-minded people, I guess. Anyway, I tried to make a slide guitar video a while ago, and frankly, I failed miserably. I started out with this complicated piece, and I had to play it a bunch of times in order to get it all in one take. And I've played this a bunch of times too, and it's just a lot shorter, so if I screw up, it doesn't take me as long. You know, it didn't cost me as much time. Okay, well, if you have any questions about this technique or want to know more, please post a comment. I will gladly answer it if I can, or just make a follow-up video that narrows down on the technique. I would advise you that the set of intervals used in the song Blackbird when you play it in open tuning are a real good starting point. Some people say just play slide guitar on a regular, you know, on your regular old Strat or Tele or Les Paul or whatever you have. If you've got something where you can raise the action, and there's a variety of ways you can do that, with a Strat or a Tele, you could take the wrench that you can adjust the saddles with and just turn each one the exact same distance. All those threads are the exact same pitch. So let's just say you do one full revolution of the Allen wrench. On each one of those screws, you will raise all your action uniformly. If you want to get back to where you started out, just back it off one full revolution or two full revolutions or whatever it is that you chose. Slide is a complicated technique when you look at it from the perspective of like you have to have good intonation, you know, like that slide's got to be right over the fret wire. You have to have good muting. You have to have some, both in your left and right hand. And those are challenging. So if you can make the instrument easier to play and a little more friendly, it's a lot easier to use the technique. The better you get at the technique, the more subtle your technique becomes, and then you can lower the action or play slide on a guitar that's pretty much appropriate for, you know, regular playing with your fingers only. Okay, rattle, 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 that's all I do. Yeah, we'll hopefully do more on this topic, and this video will help you out. Thanks for playing slide guitar with me today.